World Network. Now, if you're looking for this or watching the replay, we have a slight tech issue with the connection between EWN's Facebook page and the streaming service. So I'm going live anyway here on YouTube. So thank you very much for tuning in. Now I will respond to all of those comments as I would on Facebook. Hopefully we'll have that fixed, but the show must go on. So here we go. All right, this is day 3 of a daily live stream on A Course in Miracles 365. I've entitled it Awakening to Love, and I invite you to tune in to the first of episodes of this, because it is going to be every day. Every day I'm going to be bringing to you my experience with this remarkable and really foundationally transformative spiritual text. It's quite amazing, and I know you're going to enjoy this. So, yesterday we talked about some course basics, some just basic terminology, and some basic principles of A Course in Miracles. And we looked at the preface and also the course intro, which is the start of the text, right toward the front of the book. And it can really be summed up to recap: nothing unreal exists, right? Nothing unreal exists. Nothing real can be threatened. Therein lies the peace of God. And we talked about what that means. So today I want to talk a little bit about a decision that we all have to make, which underlines, incidentally, not just A Course in Miracles, but all spirituality, all of it. So what does that actually mean? It means every moment of every day we have a choice. We have been given free will to make choices in our lives. When we're at the grocery store, we have a choice to buy Coke or Pepsi, so to speak. We have a choice what to buy. At the grocery store, we have a choice of what to buy for clothing. When we're at home watching television, if you watch television, you have a choice of the shows, the channel. Same with podcasting, same with live streams. And we thank you for being here, by the way. We all have these choices in life, and what happens when we get bogged down and carried away in our social media stream, in appointments. If you have kids, they have needs. If you have pets, they have needs. If you're in business, your clients have needs. Your business partners have needs. Everyone is clamoring for our attention at all times, and it's high speed. Yet we still have a tremendous liberating power of decision, a choice that we get to make every moment of every day. And incidentally, out of all of these choices, I mean, yes, it might matter to you whether you wear a blue shirt or a red shirt. It might matter to you whether you're having chicken or fish for dinner tonight. It might be a critical question for some, in fact, and not to diminish the importance of that, but talking about spirituality, when we're talking about the truth of who you are and experiencing that, we are talking profound, absolute truth and personal growth. What happens every moment of every day? We have a choice, and there's really only one choice, and that can be summed up in this way. Are we choosing love, or are we choosing fear? Those are the options. In course terminology, are we choosing God, or are we choosing the ego? Those are the options. Now, it may seem as though we have millions and millions of choices at any one time. And in relative truth, in the world, it looks like that. Phenomena have taken on all kinds of different appearances. It looks like we have millions of choices. In reality, we have one, and it's made internally by each one of us. It's being made right now by you. So this is a question. for you? Are you choosing love, which is the truth of who you are, or fear? Are you choosing God, again, truth of who you are, or the ego? What is the ego exactly? Well, it's a little bit difficult to pinpoint, but what the ego is a false sense of self. It is, quite simply put, the sense of being separate, separation in general. Separation is of the ego, as we say in course terminology, because we're running around here in the world, each of us appearing to inhabit different bodies, which we call human, which is just a name, isn't it? Right? We're running around appearing to have vastly different experiences. That's the world that we inhabit. We're each running around in cars, going to grocery stores, different grocery stores, buying different products. Some of us prefer chicken for dinner tonight, some of us prefer fish. It appears that we're having separate experiences. In truth, that's not the case. And if this seems highly unlikely to you, that's cool. I'm laughing because I love that it seems highly unlikely. Okay. Does it seem highly unlikely we actually are all one, or is that just something that people say, that someone would sing in a reggae song, for example, One Love, something like that? Actually, it is. That's exactly what the truth is. So if that seems like a stretch for you to accept, that's all right. If it seems like a stretch for you to believe that, that's all right. Just suspend your disbelief as much as you can right now in the present moment and just stay with me, because it's a very important decision to choose love instead of fear. What happens if you do? Well, you have a completely different experience in that moment. And if you choose love yet again, you'll have a completely different experience in the next moment. Now, it's all in the moment. And what we're saying here, and what A Course is teaching, in fact, what all of spirituality is teaching, is that there is only right now. This present moment is all we have. The past is gone. The future's not here. Now, we could use the present moment to think about the past and to dwell on what we could have, should have done last week during a meeting, or what we could have, should have done 15 years ago in a previous relationship. Sure, we do that to ourselves all the time. Or we do the opposite. We think about what's going to happen in 15 minutes. Where am I going to be? What am I going to have for dinner tonight? Chicken or fish? We're out of the present moment thinking about the past or the future. Yet, when we're having those thoughts, we're having them right now, which is indeed all that we have. So, making a decision in favor of love is using all that we have in terms of time wisely. When you make a decision to choose love, when you choose God instead of the ego, what happens is your experience fundamentally changes. If you continue to make this choice, the decision that we all must make, moment after moment, day after day, month after month, year after year, what you experience fundamentally changes. It even has an impact, a direct impact on your physical reality. Because what we give attention to is where our power goes. And our power, being of God, is fundamentally creative. So we'll say quite a bit more about this subject as we go forward here in our discussions of A Course in Miracles. But this is the choice that we all must make. Do we choose God or the ego? Do we choose love Or do we choose fear? Those are the choices. And the more you choose love, the happier you will be. In fact, the more powerful you will be. Most definitely, the more powerful you will be, and the more of an impact, a beautiful, joyful, loving impact you will have on all of the world, everyone around you. It doesn't take much thought at all to evaluate the difference between loving thoughts and hateful thoughts, thoughts of separation, condemnation, damnation, blame, anger, rage, guilt, you name it. If you're feeling that right now, well, we all have that. We all have that happen to us all the time. Everyone, everybody has that. We have a moment right now in which we get to choose again. So I invite you to most definitely choose love and to join me back here. And I will be going live here tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, about 5 minutes after that. Thank you so much for joining me here. This has been A Course in Miracles 365, Awakening to Love. I'm Tomas Garza. Thanks